right, y'all, let's get straight to it. So the first thing you're going to need is a 20-ounce can of young green jackfruit. It's already been prepped, soaked, and dried. If you're not familiar with that process, it's very simple, and I highly recommend it. I go into detail on my pulled pork video or my Philly cheesesteak video. You can check it out there, but it's key to ensuring we have the right flavor. So now we're just going to season up our dried and prepped jackfruit. I'm starting off with a little bit of seasoning salt, followed by a little umami mushroom seasoning, a little bit of Old Bay, Montreal chicken seasoning, onion powder, you know I can't forget the good old garlic powder, followed by a little bit of ground mustard powder, chili powder, and smoked paprika. If you don't have all of these seasonings, don't worry. You don't have to use all of them. It's just what I like to use, but feel free to use what you like. Then you're just going to give it a good mix until well blended. And then go ahead and grab your cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. We're going to spread the jackfruit out evenly so it can cook evenly and get a little crispy. We're going to bake it on 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes. If you do not have parchment paper, you can use aluminum foil, but make sure you spray it with nonstick spray first prior to placing the jackfruit on there because it will stick. So I highly recommend using parchment paper instead. So go ahead and pop it in the oven on 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to bake it for 20 to 25 minutes. Next, I'm going to spray a heated pan on medium heat with a little bit of olive oil. We're going to toast 1 cup of chickpeas. These are canned chickpeas. I usually do not toast them on top of the stove. I usually put them in a separate pan and bake them in the oven along with the jackfruit. Right now, I'm just seasoning them with the same exact seasoning that I use for the jackfruit. Please note you do not have to toast your chickpeas. You can just use them as is if you like, but this is what I prefer. So the pan is on medium heat. I'm going to give them a little stir, but pretty much leave them alone and let them toast for a little bit, maybe a few minutes, maybe like 5 to 7 minutes until lightly golden. So the chickpeas are done. This is the beautiful golden brown color that I was looking for. If you look up close, you can see clearly there's a toasted brown mark on the chickpeas. Exactly what I was looking for. Beautiful. So the jackfruit is done. Let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. As you can see, that has darkened. So the jackfruit has darkened and it's crispy just like we want it. So now grab a large bowl and dump your chickpeas in the bowl. We are going to mash them with a fork. You can use a potato masher or whatever you like, but I wanted to show you how simple it can be just using a fork. I am going to make a chunky chicken salad, so I did save some of the chickpeas to put to the side until I'm done mashing. But if you do not like a chunky chicken salad, I would highly recommend slightly processing the mixture in a food processor once we put everything in the bowl. But I am making a chunky chicken salad. So I mashed the chickpeas and now I'm going to go ahead and throw the remaining in the bowl. So now we're going to grab our jackfruit. Y'all, the texture of the jackfruit is beautiful. It's slightly crispy, but it's still soft like chicken. It has very shredded chicken type of texture. So go ahead and dump that in the bowl, and then we're going to move on to dicing up our veggies. So right now I'm just dicing up a little bit of celery. You can dice up as much as you like. So I do have a jalapeno from my garden that I need to use. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there, y'all. It's such a beautiful color. The red and green is so beautiful. So I want it to be slightly spicy. So I'm going to remove the seeds and the membrane from one side of it and keep the other side in and go ahead and dice this up. What I love about chicken salad is that it's so versatile. You can throw whatever you want in there. You can throw nuts and seeds and dried fruit, fresh fruit, apples, mango, whatever. You can just switch it up. So today I'm going to add this beautiful jalapeno in there. And then next I'm going to take a spring onion or green onion, whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to throw that in there as well. So now I'm going to chop up a little bit of an apple. It's going to give me that fresh, juicy, crispy flavor that I'm looking for, and it's a great addition to the chicken salad. So I don't know what happened to the rest of my recording, but basically I threw in half of a mashed avocado. I also threw in a few green olives for a little tartness. So now we can move on to a fourth a cup of vegan mayo. If you need a vegan mayo recipe, you can check out the one that I use. It's nut-free, it's soy-free, it's thebomb.com. It's super simple. And next I'm going to go ahead and season it with a little bit of rosemary, followed by a little parsley. Of course, we have to add the herbs. And a little celery seed. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. I'm going to top it off with a little fresh cracked black pepper. And now you're going to just gently mix it until creamy and well blended. So now that the chicken salad is done, I'm going to serve it on a salad. So I grabbed a few romaine leaves and I like to roll them pretty tightly. I think they call this style chiffon, but this is the way I like to cut it because I do not like large pieces of lettuce. So I roll it tight and then slice it up. And then I like to give it one little last chop and throw it in a bowl. I'm also going to add in some mixed greens. This container specifically has arugula, baby reds, butter leaf, things like that. So just going to add that in there. To perk up my lettuce a little bit, I'm going to squeeze half of a lemon onto the salad. To make this look a little pretty, I grabbed a small bowl and I'm going to place the chicken salad into that small bowl, and then I'm going to dump the small bowl onto the salad. That's just going to help the chicken salad take that certain shape, but you don't have to do that. This is just for presentation purposes only. Voila, as you can see, it took the shape of the bowl. So now, of course, I'm going to add some creamy avocado. I just have the other half of the avocado. Like I said, the other half I mashed and threw in with the mixture. Now I'm just going to throw in some chunks. So for a little crunch, I'm going to throw in some pumpkin seeds. Those are some pumpkin seeds that were raw and I toasted them myself. And then, of course, this would not be my salad without adding a fresh tomato. If you don't know, I absolutely love fresh tomato. Fresh, juicy tomato must go on the salad. And again, for presentation, I just have a fresh cilantro leaf that I'm going to place on top. So there we have it, y'all. My delicious, creamy, vegan, chunky chicken salad. It's so satisfying, fresh, and filling. If you appreciated me sharing the recipe, give it a thumbs up. Or if you tried it or will add other ingredients, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, y'all, peace and love.